I'm Nintendo.
And I'm Sega. This is Console Wars!
Look, man, you're a great guy, and the two of you have been through so much together. She's not gonna leave you.
I don't know. She sounds serious this time. I really think it's over. Minnie's gonna leave me.
Hey, come on. What good is that attitude gonna do? Pull yourself together. We'll figure something out. Besides, she's getting some great advice right now.
Really?
Definitely. If there's one thing Sega's good at, it's helping people through their problems.
Oh man, how'd I get stuck doing this? I don't know how to fix this mess.
And when he eats oranges, he puts the peel on the napkin. Then I pick up the napkin. Orange peels everywhere. He does that all the time. Makes me so mad.
I had plans today. First I was gonna drink, then play video games. Then drink and play video games. But now everything's ruined.
And we only watch his shows. You know how many times I've seen The Wire? Granted, it's a good show, but can't we watch something new?
Somebody shoot me.
How could she leave me? I'd do anything for her.
I know.
I'd crawl on broken glass for her.
I bet you would.
Well, I'd jump into a burning house for her.
Well, you really love her.
I'd even eat soap for her.
You know, when a man loves a... Wait, what?
Oh, I mean it. Give me soap right now.
What? Why? What?
I think my brain is actually turning off.
It seems like every time I need him, he's not there for me.
Wait a minute. What's she doing? Is she hitting on me?
I'm just a modern woman with modern needs.
Oh, she is definitely hitting on me. Am I into this?
Oh, just give me soap.
I'm still not following.
What don't you understand? Let me eat the soap so I can prove my love for Minnie.
That makes no sense. And we don't have bars of soap. Use the foam.
Fine, I'll use my own.
You brought your own soap?
I mean, could I do this? Am I a furry? I was really into Rescue Rangers when I was a kid, and sure, I found Cleo from Heathcliff attractive, but everybody did, right?
I need someone to bring out the Shania Twain in me and make me feel like a woman.
Man, she is coming on strong. I think this is gonna happen. Would I get in trouble with PETA? I know they have their issues, but they do know how to organize.
Oh, who am I kidding?
I just don't know what to do. We haven't had a real connection since we solved the Great Circus Mystery.
Great Circus Mystery? Wow, that's an excellent game. For the Sega Genesis.
That's a fantastic game for the Super Nintendo.
That's it! Are we doing this?
Is a baby mouse called a Pinky? A male a buck and a female a doe? Yes! Best Great Circus Mystery starring Mickey and Minnie. The Great Circus Mystery starring Mickey and Minnie was released for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis in 1994. It is the sequel to the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. A third game, Magical Quest 3, starring Mickey and Donald, would come out a year later.
Both games were developed and produced by Capcom. A Game Boy Advance re-release in 2003 would include new features. Both games are very similar. Which one's better? Let's find out. These games pretty much look the same. Everything in these games looks identical. The levels, the characters, the animations, the cutscenes, the in-game cutscenes, everything. And they both look good. It's not like one game completely outshines the other.
I mean, it's nothing extraordinary, but there are some instances where my game looks better. My game's got Mode 7. Check out this boss fight on the Super Nintendo. See how the cloud's able to change its size? On Sega, they couldn't do that, so instead, he's made up of a bunch of tiny clouds that move. The Super Nintendo clearly looks better. Plus, I have a level that can do this. It's missing completely from your game.
Mode 7 doesn't automatically make your game look better. Besides, I've got stuff that you don't.
Check out this level. See how it has an earthquake effect? That only happens on Sega. And see how the background is falling apart? Again, only on Sega. And check out how the level collapses. Only on Sega.
See? Who needs Mode 7?
Even without it, there are instances my game looks better.
Check out the fog effect on this level. Looks okay on Sega. Now look at it on Super Nintendo. Looks a lot better. It makes the fog on Sega just look like static. Colors just blend smoother on the Super Nintendo. You can clearly see that with the Aurora Borealis in the background of this stage. Now, check out this water level. Look at the effect on that big bubble on Super Nintendo. Now check it out on Sega. Doesn't look quite as good as Super Nintendo. And now check out this level. Look at the lighting effect on the wall. It pulsates with the fire. And on Sega, no lighting effect. The bricks just slightly change color. It doesn't look as good as the Super Nintendo.
It's close, but Super Nintendo does have a little more.
For having some fun with Mode 7 and slightly better looking levels, best graphics go to Super Nintendo.
Presentation is tough because we both have the same cutscenes.
Every cutscene is the same for both games. Pick any one and you'll see just how similar these games are. Can you tell which cutscene is from which console? And the in-game cutscenes are exactly the same too.
Everything else is pretty much the same too.
The title screens are the same. The title cards for each stage are the same. The world maps are the same. The current after every level is the same. Same looking credits too. Same.
Well, not everything's the same. Let's check out the HUDs.
Both HUDs are very similar. You have your life bar, number of lives, coin total, and costume with a meter. But the Super Nintendo game has your score total. The Sega game doesn't.
It's not that big a deal.
I have a score tally at the end of every level, just like your game.
You don't even know your score right now.
But who cares? It doesn't even do anything. Maybe if it gave you lives, but it doesn't even do that.
I mean, there's one scenario it can matter.
Hello?
Hello, Dr. Pepper. We've kidnapped your family, and we're going to execute them. Unless you tell us your score in Great Circus Mystery right now.
Wait a minute. I'm playing Great Circus Mystery right now. I can tell you the high score. It's... Where is it? Oh no. I'm playing the Sega Genesis version. Why? Really?
What? That could happen.
Well, even without the score, my HUD's better. Let's look at those in-game cutscenes again.
On Super Nintendo, your HUD is up the entire cutscene. On Sega, it's not. It disappears when a cutscene starts. No HUD on Sega makes it look cleaner and more cinematic. Then when it's over, my HUD appears. So flashy. The Super Nintendo game obviously doesn't do that. It's cool seeing the HUD appear. Lets you know to be ready for the action.
That's barely anything.
It's more flash than your game, and it happens again. Check out the pausing.
Here's the Super Nintendo game when you pause. Okay, that looks fine. Now here's pausing on Sega. Ah, there's that flash again. Stylish.
Again, it's close, but my game has a slight edge.
For having cleaner in-game cutscenes and a little flash from the HUD every now and then, best presentation goes to Sega Genesis.
Sound is kinda tough.
Because we have all the same songs.
Both games have soundtracks composed by Makoto Tomizawa.
Same songs, but my instrumentation's better.
You wish! Mine clearly sounds better.
How are we gonna do this? Our games sound the same.
Not exactly. Your first game in this series had a lot of fart sound effects. And so does this one. Listen to the sound effects on Super Nintendo. Lots of farts. When you jump on an enemy, when you kick an enemy, shoot an enemy, when you jump with your horse, even cycling through costumes sounds like farts.
Not all of those sound like farts.
Really? 'Cause it makes a good fart song.
Just because you made a funny song doesn't make my sound worse.
Kinda does. Funny song always wins.
Fine, I can do that too. See?
Fine, our music and sound effects are very similar. Does that mean
This sound is a tie?
With neither game having a clear advantage in the music department.
or with their sound effects?
Best sound is a tie.
Our gameplay is also
Identical.
both games allow you to play as Mickey or Minnie Mouse, 1 or 2 players. Controls are simple. 1 button to jump, 1 button to switch between costumes, 1 button to change into your costume, and 1 button to grab and throw. You can grab and throw enemies or random blocks.
Where the game gets interesting is the costumes. Each costume gives you a new power. The sweeper costume lets you suck up items and enemies. The safari costume lets you cling to walls and swing from certain objects. The cowboy lets you shoot a cap gun, do a charge dash attack, and gives you a bounce move.
It's a short game with only 6 levels. Each level has a mini boss and a final boss, the last level having 2 of each.
There are also coins you collect throughout the game. They can be used in shops for items and even upgrades.
You start off with 3 hearts, but you can find more along the way, and even buy one.
And like we said, you do have a score, but it doesn't do anything. Not even a scoreboard in the beginning of the game.
You know, they're fun games.
They are fun, but a little too easy.
Whenever you die, you start right at the same spot. When you lose all your lives, you can use a continue. And don't worry about running out because you have unlimited continues. And every level has multiple checkpoints. So if you use a continue, you don't start from the beginning of that level, just at the checkpoint. The only real negative to using a continue is losing all your coins.
This game is really short too. The 6 levels can be easily beaten in one sitting. But if you're unable to, don't worry, there's a short and easy password to use.
If it was a little longer, a little more challenging, had some more costumes, it could easily be a classic.
Oh, definitely. So, whose game's better? Because our gameplay is identical.
Not everything's the same. Let's look at the haunted house.
Yes, everything in our game is identical, except this section of the haunted house. Like I said before, got some Mode 7 here to rotate the room. It's a fun little section that only exists on the Super Nintendo.
And like I said before, I have a level that you don't. On Sega, instead of that Mode 7, I have an exclusive section with everything around me collapsing. And it looks fantastic. I mean, how cool is it playing through a house where everything's falling apart?
The Mode 7 section's better.
No, the collapsing house is better.
I mean, it's so short in both of our games.
And they're just different. I don't really know that one's better.
Does this mean...
Gameplay is, hold on. Phone's ringing. Better answer it in the middle of our argument. Hello?
Hey guys,
Hey, it's Mike. Or Mike Tendo.
Dongled or dude, you haven't something or other?
Dude, you haven't played this game? Dongled? Mike? It's all good. Listen, I've been trying to get a hold of you guys for a couple days. I almost drove out to New Jersey, but the idea of getting shot made me a little hesitant.
Why does everyone think New Jersey's dangerous?
Really? It's not like you're gonna go missing in the Pine Barrens.
Oh no, Tony Soprano's gonna get me!
Anyway, what's up?
I heard you guys were gonna do something on Great Circus Mystery? Well, I know which version is better.
Nintendo?
Sega?
Nope, the Game Boy Advance version.
Released in 2003 under the name Disney's Magical Quest II starring Mickey and Minnie, this is the definitive version of Great Circus Mystery. Coming equipped with many new features, this port took everything from the Genesis and Super NES versions and included some adjustments, the most negative of which would be the obvious visual difference. Similar to most Capcom ports on the GBA, the screen is zoomed in. However, no more passwords. Just save the game anytime you want. That's a heck of a lot less hassle. There's a visually improved player select screen. You can choose to play in English, French, or Dutch. And the ending has a little more to it than the other versions. You see Mickey and Minnie flying with balloons at the end. Don't have that on either console version. While the music is pretty much a straightforward reincarnation of the Super NES, it includes more chiptune elements via the 8-bit Game Boy portion of the GBA audio hardware that other Capcom ports utilized as well. For better or for worse.
Oh, I think that's bad. I just noticed, is this the old house?
So, are you gonna tell us what else was added?
Yeah, that can't be it.
No, that's pretty much it.
How's that better?
Yeah, it's not even 2-player.
It is. Oh, I almost forgot. The Game Boy Advance cable can be used for 2-player co-op.
Sounds like more work for us.
9 years later, and that's all they added?
Pass.
Hard pass.
You're a hard pass.
What does that even mean?
I tried. Listen, we've got way more important things to discuss right now. Like Castlevania. You guys want me to come over so we can play some good old-fashioned wall meat adventures?
Oh, hell yeah. Love me some Castlevania, especially Super Castlevania 4.
What? Castlevania Bloodlines is definitely better. Wait a minute. Didn't I do this already?
Great. I'll bring Castlevania 64. See ya!
Well, that didn't help us out at all.
Does that mean,
Gameplay is a tie? For playing practically the same.
Despite one section that's a little different,
Gameplay is a tie.
While some may prefer one version over another,
The games are too similar to pick a clear winner.
both games look good, with Super Nintendo getting the edge with some slight use of Mode 7 and sharper looking levels.
Presentation's the same too, with some extra flash on Sega.
Sound is the same, music really is a personal preference, and sound effects, you're gonna hear farts.
And for all intents and purposes, gameplay is the same. The Haunted Mansion does have one section that's different, but it's not enough to make one game stand out. Again, it pretty much comes down to personal preference.
Both games are short, both games are simple, both games are fun.
And both games are pretty cheap, so not even price matters. These games are just too similar.
Best Mickey and Minnie Great Circus Mystery goes to Super Nintendo!
And Sega Genesis. Mickey and Minnie worked so well in these games.
I'm sure we can convince them to patch things up. Maybe with a new adventure?
You're right. We're gonna put those two back together. And it doesn't matter how Minnie and I feel towards one another.
Yeah! What?
Let's give it everything we've got.
And save their relationship.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
It's 'cause you ate all that soap. Why would you do that?
All right, Mickey and Minnie, you two are gonna sit there and you're gonna listen, because we got things to say.
And we're not leaving until you two are back together again. Hard.
Breaking news. Mickey and Minnie Mouse have filed for divorce. They request to please be left alone in this trying time.
Well, we blew it.
Yep. We gotta stop giving people advice. We don't even know how to pump our own gas.
In other news, Mike Tendo, aka Dongled, has gone missing. Last seen in New Jersey. No leads.
I'm so happy to be here with you.
Oh, I'm so happy to be with you too.
Those two actually gave us good advice to start a new adventure together.
Yeah, and your idea to fake divorce so people would leave us alone was genius.
I love you, Pumpkin.
I love you too, honey bunny. Everyone in the corner, this is a robbery.
Any of you moves, and I'll execute every last one of you.
thanks for checking out our latest video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and support us on Patreon for early releases and bonus content. Special thanks to Xavier TheLycan for his donation of both games. Also thanks to Dongled for helping us out this episode. Be sure to check out his channel. If you like skits like we got, then you're gonna love his channel. And if you have a suggestion for future episodes, leave it in the comments. We will get to them. Also, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more Console Wars goodness. Later.
A tie? Oh, that's no fun. There's gotta be a winner in something. There will be. We're gonna have a good old chug off. 1, 2, 3. I finished.
You got it.
Yay!
I had it.